Imagine ruling the most powerful empire in the world while grappling with the same struggles we all face: self-doubt, fear, and the search for meaning. This was the life of Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, whose wisdom has endured for over 2,000 years. What made him extraordinary wasn't his crown, but his mind, his ability to stay calm under pressure, to find peace amidst chaos, and to transform life's challenges into profound lessons. Marcus didn't just think about how to live well, he lived it. And he wrote it all down in a personal journal that would become one of history's greatest guides to life. Meditations. These 10 lessons from Marcus Aurelius aren't abstract ideas. They are tools you can use today to conquer challenges, master your mind, and find purpose in your everyday life. Stick with me, because by the end of this video you'll see the world and yourself through the lens of timeless wisdom. Let's begin. 1. Master yourself before you master the world. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you'll find strength." This is the foundation of his philosophy and a profound reminder of where true power lies. While most people strive to control external circumstances, whether it's their career, relationships, or status, Marcus tells us that the real battlefield is within. Our thoughts, emotions, and reactions are the only things we can truly govern. And this is where freedom begins. Self-mastery is not about suppressing emotions but understanding them. When you feel anger or fear, Marcus teaches us to pause and ask, "Is this within my control?" This pause creates a space between stimulus and response, a moment where you can choose how to act. Over time, this practice of reflection strengthens your ability to stay calm in the face of adversity. When you master yourself, the world's chaos becomes irrelevant. External events lose their ability to control your inner peace. Imagine walking through a storm, unshaken, because you've built an unshakable fortress within your mind. This is the Stoic ideal, and Marcus believed it was available to anyone willing to do the inner work. 2. Live in harmony with nature. Marcus wrote, "What is in accord with you is in accord with nature." For the Stoics, living in harmony with nature wasn't just about respecting the environment. It was about understanding your place in the greater cosmic order. Nature is not random. It operates with balance and purpose. To live well, we must align ourselves with this flow. When we resist life's natural rhythms, be it the inevitability of change, the passage of time, or the unpredictability of events, we create suffering. Marcus believed that every challenge, every joy, and even every loss was part of a larger design. Just as a tree grows stronger when it weathers storms, so too do we grow when we accept and adapt to life's trials. This principle also reminds us to embrace our human nature. Marcus often reflected on virtues like kindness, courage, and wisdom as natural traits to cultivate. When we align our actions with these virtues, we live not just as individuals, but as integral parts of something greater than ourselves. 3. Embrace the present moment. Marcus Aurelius repeatedly reminded himself of this truth: confine yourself to the present. Why? Because the past is gone, and the future is uncertain. The present moment is the only place where life truly exists. Yet, how often do we waste it, lost in regret or anxiety? Living in the present is a radical act. It means letting go of past mistakes, not because they don't matter, but because they cannot be changed. It also means releasing your grip on the future. Planning is useful, but obsessing over what might happen only robs you of today's peace. Marcus believed that the ability to live fully in the now was one of the greatest virtues. When you embrace the present, you begin to see life differently. The small moments, a child's laughter, the warmth of the sun, the satisfaction of completing a task, become profound. Marcus knew that this shift in perspective was the key to living a meaningful and fulfilling life. 4. Turn obstacles into opportunities. In one of his most quoted passages, Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This is one of the most empowering principles of Stoicism. It teaches us that obstacles are not meant to stop us, they are meant to transform us. When life presents challenges, most people see them as roadblocks. But Marcus believed that every difficulty carries within it a seed of opportunity. A failure at work might push you to discover a new path. A broken relationship could teach you about resilience and self-worth. The Stoic mindset is not to avoid hardship, but to face it head-on, knowing that struggle is a catalyst for growth. This lesson is a powerful reminder that we are never victims of our circumstances. By changing your perspective, you can turn any obstacle into a stepping stone. The question to ask is not, "Why is this happening to me?" but rather, "How can I use this to become stronger?" 5. Cultivate gratitude. Even in hardship, gratitude was a daily practice for Marcus Aurelius. He often reflected on the blessings in his life, even during times of great difficulty. Why? Because he knew that gratitude is the antidote to despair. It shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant. In his writings, Marcus expressed thanks for everything, from the mentors who shaped him to the lessons learned from enemies. This wasn't blind optimism. It was a conscious choice to see the value in every experience. Even in hardship, there is something to be grateful for. A lesson, a moment of clarity, or the strength to endure. When you practice gratitude, you cultivate a mindset of abundance. The more you focus on the good in your life, the more you'll find to appreciate. Marcus's gratitude allowed him to maintain his composure and wisdom, even as he faced the burdens of ruling an empire. 6. Free yourself from the need for approval. Marcus Aurelius observed, "We care more about their opinion than our own." He knew that the need for approval is a heavy burden, a chain that binds us to the expectations of others. True freedom, he argued, comes not from pleasing everyone, but from staying true to your principles. Seeking validation is a common human tendency. We want to be liked, respected, and accepted. But Marcus believed this pursuit often leads us astray. People's opinions are fleeting, shaped by their own biases, insecurities, and circumstances. Placing your happiness in their hands is a recipe for dissatisfaction. Instead, Marcus advised focusing on your own sense of integrity, acting in a way that aligns with your values, regardless of what others think. When you free yourself from the need for approval, you gain clarity and confidence. Decisions become easier because they're guided by your inner compass, not external noise. Marcus reminds us that living authentically isn't just liberating, it's the path to true fulfillment. 7. Embrace mortality to live fully. One of Marcus Aurelius's most sobering lessons is his constant reminder of mortality. He wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This isn't a morbid thought, it's a wake-up call to appreciate the fleeting nature of life. By reflecting on death, Marcus didn't aim to create fear, but urgency. He believed that understanding our finite time on earth pushes us to live more intentionally. It's easy to waste days worrying about trivial matters or postponing what truly matters. But when you realize life is short, you start prioritizing meaning over mediocrity. This principle challenges us to ask, what legacy am I leaving? How am I spending my time? Instead of running from mortality, Marcus encourages us to face it with courage. In doing so, we free ourselves from procrastination and embrace the fullness of life. 8. Practice kindness as a strength, not a weakness. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Kindness is invincible." To him, kindness wasn't a sign of weakness, it was a testament to inner strength. He believed that even in a harsh world, the choice to be kind is a profound act of courage. Kindness, Marcus taught, begins with understanding. People often act out of ignorance, fear, or pain. When you meet hostility with compassion, you break the cycle of negativity. This doesn't mean tolerating injustice, but responding to it with wisdom and dignity. Marcus believed that no one can truly harm your character unless you let them. Kindness also has a ripple effect. When you act with generosity and patience, you inspire others to do the same. Marcus's leadership wasn't just about laws and policies, it was about embodying the virtues he hoped to see in his people. In a world that often equates kindness with vulnerability, Marcus reminds us that it's one of the greatest strengths we can cultivate. 9. Moderate your desires to achieve freedom. Marcus Aurelius warned against being enslaved by desires. He wrote, "The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have." To him, freedom wasn't about indulging every whim, but mastering the art of moderation. In a consumer-driven world, it's easy to chase external rewards, money, possessions, or status, believing they'll bring happiness. But Marcus knew these pursuits often lead to dissatisfaction. The more we crave, the more we suffer when those cravings go unmet. True contentment comes from appreciating what you have and needing less. Moderating your desires doesn't mean rejecting joy. It means finding it in simplicity. When you detach from materialism, you create space for what truly matters: relationships, personal growth, and inner peace. Marcus's wisdom challenges us to shift our focus from accumulation to fulfillment. 10. Serve a greater purpose. Marcus Aurelius believed life wasn't about self-centered pursuits. He wrote, "What we do now echoes in eternity." This principle reminds us that true fulfillment comes from serving something greater than ourselves. For Marcus, this meant leading with integrity, caring for his people, and contributing to the greater good. He believed every individual has a role to play in the cosmic order, a duty to leave the world better than they found it. This idea of purpose transcends personal ambition, inspiring us to think about how our actions impact others. When you dedicate yourself to a higher purpose, whether it's family, community, or a cause, you find a deeper sense of meaning. Challenges become easier to bear because they're part of something bigger. Marcus's life shows us that greatness isn't about personal glory, but about the legacy of wisdom, kindness, and virtue we leave behind. Marcus Aurelius's teachings are a timeless reminder that a life well lived isn't about chasing wealth or fame. It's about mastering yourself, embracing virtue, and serving others. These 10 lessons aren't just ideas, they're a guide to a deeper, richer existence. Which of these principles will you embody today? Let us know in the comments, and if this journey inspired you, like and subscribe to Story of Marcus for more timeless wisdom. Until next time, remember, the power to change your life is already within you.